You know what time it is? Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Big Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Season 11 still going strong, people. If you haven't, make sure you go to the website, thebigscoopwithcoop.com, to catch episodes from season 1 all the way up to now. Big shout outs to everybody that's watching on Facebook, facebook.com/The Big Scoop with Coop. Big shout outs to everybody that's watching on Instagram at Big Scoop with Coop. And I'm on TikTok now, people. That's right. Check me out on TikTok at The Big Scoop with Coop. And also make sure if you want to catch full episodes of this, make sure you go to YouTube, youtube.com/The Big Scoop with Coop. Make sure you click like and subscribe so you don't miss one episode of The Big Scoop with Coop. All right, people, enough about me. Today's guest, if you have seen the movie Thanksgiving, that's out in theaters now, you have seen him in the movie. He plays the role as Lonnie. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mika Amonsen. Now, like I said, Mika is doing big things. Also, he has a video out on YouTube where he plays the role as Axl Rose in Guns N' Roses. Make sure you check that out also. All right, people. Let's catch up with Mika. Let's see what's going on with him. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mika Amonsen. Mika Amonsen, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yes.
We're gonna piss some people off with the Guns N' Roses thing.
Hey,
yeah, I'm great.
Oh, why not? Why not? How's your day so far?
It's all right, man. I woke up this morning and I got a rotator cuff tear. So that was a good way to start my day. But besides that, it's been good. I went to basketball rehearsal and watched. Did a lot of watching. And that's it. That's my day.
Hey, you're good. Regardless, you had a day, so that's a good thing. I'm in North Carolina, so if you're like the teens outside, that's what it feels like. But guess what? I'm inside, so I can't complain. So this could be one heck of a show. I can't wait to do this.
You say it's the teens outside, so you can't.
It feel like the teens. That's what it feel like.
Like what? Like what? Like
it
15 degrees?
It feel like it's like 19, 20. That's what it feel like. Well,
that's low. That's cold for you.
North Carolina, yes, it is.
What are we dealing with here, Kaylin? We're negative. We were -3 the other day.
Oh,
you're not gonna last out here, man.
Okay, you know what?
Day out here.
No, I'm grateful for my teen weather that's out there right now. So I'm definitely grateful. I ain't gonna lie. Now, Mika, I told everybody already, man, your career that you're doing already is absolutely magnificent. What you have done already. You'll be in a movie called Thanksgiving. I'm not going to talk about that. You're going to talk about that. We talked this much about the Guns N' Roses. Like you said, we're going to piss some people off, but guess what? That's what we're going to do. But for the people that's getting introduced to you for the first time, when did you first realize that you wanted to get into the television and movie industry?
I knew a long time ago. I knew ages ago, but I had a mom. She made me think I needed to do like dance and play music, and I'll have all these other talents because we had these friends that did all this kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do this. She put an acoustic guitar in my hands at like 8. And if you try, don't learn an acoustic guitar first. Learn electric guitar, play Smoke on the Water, Sweet Home Alabama, you feel good about yourself because acoustic is too hard, especially at 8. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. And then I waited till university and I was watching more movies and then studying, and I had this good group of friends around me. They're like, you seem to be really interested in this. It's all you talk about. You haven't shut up about Tom Hardy in like 2 weeks. This is getting annoying. Maybe you should do this. And I was like, yeah, sure. Maybe I'll take a year off and try it. And then I got lucky. I had a good mentor who got me an agent and I'm still tight with, walked me through my career. And that doesn't happen to a lot of people, but I'm lucky, man.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. I mean, I tell people a lot of times when you feel like at a younger age that, or even an age in the past that you feel like you want to be in the television and movie industry, it never leaves you. If you have an itch for
No.
something, it'll stay there for you.
Yeah.
And see, that's what happened to you also. Now, you know, you had your agent, of course. Now you had your agent and everything that's helped you out, but what type of obstacles or hurdles did you go through to get to where you are in your career today?
Man, you go through a lot of rejection, but I was fine with going through rejection. I mean, I was in music first, and I'd done a lot of stuff with my band, and like you get really used to it, especially we were so young when we started. So like I was used to like, you know, trying to perform in clubs and then be like, you're not good enough. No, get fucked, for lack of a better term. And I'm like, okay, maybe we keep going, guys. So I'm used to that. That wasn't hard. What's hard is just auditioning. And maybe some people can't take the rejection. For those who can't buy a helmet, the world's really tough out there. For me, it's just like in Canada, we have a lot of content, but it's like stuff like Hallmark and smaller like TV spots. And you'll get a lot of those, and you spend a lot of time wondering, okay, when's my chance to like have something with some kind of substance, especially if you're a dramatic actor in Canada. You're like, you really look for certain projects to sink your teeth into, and it's hard to find those really good ones. And if you get that break, if you get that chance, you're really lucky. So it's waiting around for that big break and not losing interest, because you sit around and you're like, you know, maybe I should go back to school, or maybe I should get this job, or maybe I should try sales, or, you know, maybe I should try something else. And it's not getting into that voice. That's what's tough.
No, I definitely get that. But you know what? I tell people, Mika, a lot of times, I tell them 100 no's equal 1 yes in this industry. Because if you get discouraged off of your third, fourth, or even 10th no, and you're ready to walk away, you don't know what's in that next door that's about to walk through. And I see you stuck it out, and see what happened to you today. You're doing your thing. Now,
yeah, man, it's been good. It feels like it's finally happening. 7 years in, you know, my parents are like, okay, thank God. So good. Everyone's happy.
Yes, ride that wave, Mika. Definitely ride that wave, because like I said, trust me, your career is nowhere close to being over. So it's going up. It's definitely going up way more than where you're at now. You're not even.
There's some wood over here. So pray.
Oh yeah, you definitely got this. Now, I heard you mention this earlier about mentors. Who are some of your mentors or mentor that actually helped you out to get to where you are today in this career?
I had a lot of people when I was working at a studio in Toronto called Armstrong. It's called Armstrong Acting Studios, and they took me in early. People like Caroline Palmer and Sarah Middich. They were like always in my corner, and I've worked with them for years. There's so many people like I can think of it at Armstrong, like Amos Crawley, Sarah Middich, if I hadn't said Sarah Ganato, Laura Jean. Like there's all these amazing coaches there, and all of them have been, they've just been super supportive. And I wouldn't be around if I didn't mention already Caroline Palmer. She was one that really helped me out in the beginning.
Nice. Big shout outs to Caroline, Sarah, Laura, everybody he's named, and the people he did not name. Big shout outs to you. You know who you are. You helped this man out, and look where he's at now. This man is chilling in negative 3-degree weather, acting at the same time.
I'm at the peak. I can't go up from here. I'm freezing my ass off. It's perfect.
Exactly. I do not envy you in that situation right there. Keep that weather in Canada. Don't bring it to North Carolina. Keep it. Now let's piss some people off right now, because you did a project. I'm thinking it was probably back in 2020, 2021.
Yeah, it's over COVID.
Right. You became a doppelganger. I might as well call it that. You put this guy down to the T, Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. I've heard it, I've seen it, and I was like, no, this dude photoshopped his face onto this body, and he is lip singing everything. Tell everybody about how you actually thought about becoming Axl Rose and pulling this parody off.
Well, it was by no means like a parody or a joke. I mean, I'd grown up on that music my whole life. Guns N' Roses was huge in my house. Bon Jovi, Prince, and GNR were pretty much God. And I always had a lot of respect for the band, as much respect as you can for rock stars who conducted themselves with, a certain way at the time. But still respect for their music. and I'm very familiar with all their life stories. And I really like Axel's life story, because it reads very poetic. It's very sad. There's a lot of, really a lot of like twists and turns and unfortunate things. And I felt like I could relate to him in a lot of ways, and some of his trauma and some of his upbringing. And I was like, wow, this is just an incredible story. It reads out like some Shakespearean tragedy, and somebody has to put this on film at some point. But no one ever will, mainly because he's a very private person. And that was the issue at first. We released some of the footage on Instagram, and it got taken down immediately. But not immediately. We had it up for a few days. We were at almost like 200,000 views and shares. It was going viral, and then it was taken down. And I knew that it was probably the management team for him involved in taking it down. So I made a statement, and I put out a statement that this is just, it's a fan. So it's from the St. Louis riot, and it's just a fan recreation of the St. Louis riot. And one of his speeches, he always would go on these rants sometimes, especially, the chaotic times in the 80s. He would have these crazy, these rants about whatever was on his mind, things that were pissing him off. I mean, when you're at that level of fame, lots of people are getting in your head saying shit. And he was just going off. And I was like, let's recreate that. So we got all the wardrobe. I did it all myself. I collected so many different pieces and ordered so much stuff, and going over every little detail, getting a woman to like make the tattoos. Like 2 sets of the tattoos are all handmade, like to his exact tattoos. And I'd done the singing before my whole life, so that was just fun to do. Yeah, I just love doing voice emulating, and that is really me. A lot of people question if that's me or not. That's 100% me. But yeah, I was like, it's COVID. I'm bored. I can do it. I can lose the weight. I spent 2 months like starving myself. Like I pulled worse than a Christian Bale. I would do like one half Greek salad a day, and then I was doing cardio and water fasts. The longest I went was like 3.5 days without eating.
Woo!
So I dropped like 20 pounds nearly in 2 months, and it wasn't healthy. I'm still recovering from some of that stuff, but there was a lot of heat around GNR. They were just releasing like a remastered album with some extra tracks on it, and they had some more attention than usual. And I was like, no, let's do it right now. So we did it. We shot it with a team called Calcaden Productions. They're great. They made an amateur project look really good. Obviously, it was believable for like a few months. People completely bought it. It had a huge response, and yeah, it was great. And it's so funny because I think they've actually seen it, because I'm shooting a movie right now called Whistle. Corinne Hardy is directing from The Nun, and Corinne is actually sorry, I say Corinne. My bad, Corin. Corin Hardy. I got into a bad habit of calling him Corinne. I don't know where it got in my mind. But Corin Hardy is really good friends with Slash. And he was asking me about it. And he was saying, he's like, where can I find it? Where can I find the footage? And I shared it with him. So it's crazy to know that some of the members of the band have probably most likely seen it. I hope everybody knows that it was that whole project was done like out of respect for the band. It was just, I love, you're never going to find anybody else in music history, I guarantee it, who's got that much rage in rock and roll. Yeah, Tupac definitely came up there with like the rage and the attitude. But I'm like the pure, like, just youthful, my life is so fucked, I'm gonna make music out of all of this pain. You're never gonna find anybody that comes close to Guns N' Roses. You never will. Nope. So that's why I wanted to do it, and I hope they make a movie one day. That's why I did it. I'm here. I exist. But if they don't, I did it anyway. So fuck it.
You know what? You must have read my mind, Mika. I was about to ask you if Guns N' Roses actually do a biography, and they ask you to play that role. Would you jump on it?
Yeah, if I was the right age. I probably got like a 6-year window in which I could probably get away with pulling him off, because like they probably would have to de-age me at that point, make him look like a kid, right? The most beautiful movie of him that could ever exist would be him starting from his early childhood, up to the point where the band broke up. You'd almost want it to be a miniseries. And you couldn't focus on the rest of the band. You would have to just do it on him. He is so interesting, and people want to overlook it. They get all these stereotypes. They call him an asshole. They call him this. They call him that. And look, people make mistakes. Granted, there's some things that individuals have done that they can't go back on, and it's You know, some of it's pretty chaotic shit. But in terms of just looking at him as a character in a film for the sake of a film character, in a very similar light that we've looked at Elvis Presley in the last few years with Priscilla or his one with Austin Butler, you have to take everything the person's worth and put it on the screen, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If they did that with a biopic, man, geez, like that would be an actor's dream.
That's so true. Ladies and gentlemen watching worldwide right now, if you haven't, make sure you go look this up. You can find it. I think it's still on YouTube floating around, if I'm not mistaken. If it is, I see it
out there.
Yep, it is on YouTube. Make sure you go watch that video. Do not go right now because you're watching this interview with Mika. After the interview, go check it out. I'm telling you guys, you will want to be impressed with what you see. Now, let's talk. Yes, let's talk about it, Mika. You got this movie that's out, man. It's called, well, you're in the movie. It's called Thanksgiving.
That's it.
You're playing the role as Lonnie. But before we talk about your role, can you tell everybody what the movie Thanksgiving is about if they have not seen the trailer already?
Thanksgiving is about a Black Friday sale that goes wrong. Lots of people die in cool and exciting ways, and somebody dies, and they seek revenge, and they go and they kill everybody responsible for starting the riot. And they do that in cool and awesome creative ways as well, all while wearing a John Carver mask. So it's really entertaining. It's fun-filled Thanksgiving fun, you know. And yeah, I think it's a movie that's gonna, you know, play at every Thanksgiving for the next few years for sure.
Oh yeah. You know how they got the annual Christmas movies that play throughout the year? This is gonna be a Thanksgiving one. If you have not seen the trailer, people, you need to see this trailer. This is gonna be a movie that's gonna stick for every Thanksgiving. This definitely is. Now, how excited were you when you received the role as Lonnie in Thanksgiving?
Oh man. I mean, even if Lonnie was just like a few sentences, I would have been thrilled. I always wanted to play a guy from Boston. That and do a drunk scene, which I finally get to do in the next 2 weeks. I'm so psyched about. But to play a guy from Boston was always like number one on the list. I always looked up to like Matt Damon, huge Matt Damon fan. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Big shout out to Matt Damon. You better watch out, Matt. He might be taking your spot soon. You didn't hear that from me. No, I take that back. You did hear that from me. So you better watch out. It's coming. Now, when the film was actually shooting, what was the atmosphere like when the cameras was off with the cast and crew?
Great, man. I mean, you're in a set run by New York guys who grew up on the edge, making a movie about the edge. It's as funny as you thought it would be. This Boston accents, piss, shit, fuck, and just a really relaxed, cool vibe. Great cast. No one taking anything too seriously. Just a great vibe, man. Just funny. Nice. I mean, a bunch of comedians on set. You know, it's great. It's awesome vibe.
How long did it take to shoot that movie? Do you know offhand?
I know I shot like over the course of like a month or two in like hit or miss dates. I think it might have been close to 3 months. A lot of these things are like 2-3 months. They shoot them pretty quick. Feature films, they usually have them pretty organized.
Yep, that's true. Now, can you tell everybody that's watching worldwide right now, when is the release date for Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving's out, man.
Yeah, I know. Do you remember what the original release date was for the people that's behind?
Yeah, it was November 17th, but now you can watch it everywhere. You can stream it illegally on your box because my girlfriend's dad was doing that the other day. I was like, what? How are you watching this movie at home? It's like,
home under the bus,
I'm like, we're losing money. But yeah, you can watch it in theaters now, probably for the next, I probably know however months we're gonna have it in there, but yeah, we'll be in there.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, check your movie theater, check local listings, make sure you go see Thanksgiving while you can see it. Even though Mika threw his girlfriend dad under the bus watching it illegally, good job.
No, her father, not me. Not her, not me.
Ladies and gentlemen, go watch it in the movies. If you have to watch it like he do, never mind. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But go watch the movie. You don't want to miss this movie. Make sure you go check it out when you can. Let everybody know. Let Mika know how you felt about the movie. Let the world know, because I'm telling you, this movie is gonna stick around. It definitely is. Now,
go back for seconds, man. Go back for seconds. We said there would be no leftovers, but now it's just announced we're doing Thanksgiving 2. So there were leftovers. There will be Thanksgiving too. And I'm dead, unfortunately. So unless we do a prequel anyway, I'll be dead, but go see it.
I mean, you can come in as a cameo. You really
yeah, Lonnie's going to have a twin. Lonnie's going to have a twin. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Thanksgiving 2. You heard it here first. There's going to be a part 2. You may see the ghost of Lonnie flow through your camera. Yes. You don't know what's going to happen. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you do it. Now, Lonnie, are there any, you mentioned it earlier also, but I'm going to ask you again, are there any other projects that you're working on right now that you want the world to know about?
Yeah. Whistle with Corin Hardy directing, all the same producers as the Nun, the first Nun. We've got a great cast. People like Daphne Keane from Logan. If people don't remember Logan, but she was Hugh Jackman's daughter. She's great in this movie. I'm really excited about this one. So if you want a cool, suspenseful horror movie that reminds you of like It Follows, keep your eyes out for Whistle because it's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you better watch out for it. You better whistle for it. Let it come. I'm telling you.
There you go. This guy with the one-liners. Holy shit.
Hey, why not? Why not? Make sure you go look for Whistle. Now, also, Mika, what is the best way for everyone to actually follow you on social media so they can keep up with everything that you're doing?
Yeah, it's really easy. It's my name, no underscore, Mika Amonsen. That's the handle. It's the name. It'll come up right away. And I'm only on Instagram. I kind of keep a low profile that way. No TikTok dancing yet. Haven't completely lost my ego. I'll start dancing at some point when the time comes.
But you heard him, people. He said yet. You see him break out with a Running Man. You may see him do a two-step. You never know what this man will do. Yep. Catch him on Instagram, people. Make sure you follow Mika because if you want to know more about Whistle, release dates, or anything like that, you never know. He might take you on scene, on behind the scenes on set. You don't know what he's going to do. Follow him. Make sure you keep up with him. That's what you definitely want to do. Yes. Now, Mika, one question for you. What advice would you give any male or female that wants to become an actor or actress?
Well, I guess it depends on where you are in the world. I mean, if you're someone in Toronto, in particular, because I'm unfamiliar with the Vancouver, US, LA kind of market. I mean, find a reputable acting studio. I mean, I guess this goes for anyone. Find a reputable acting studio, no matter where you are. Ask around about different studios. Don't just go to the first one you find because some of them, a little more money driven and they want, obviously your business. But find other actors, ask them where they go, even just DM them on Instagram. It doesn't hurt, guys, to DM somebody, even how high you think they are. Obviously, don't go Hugh Jackman, but, an actor with 10,000 followers who's on the come up, send them a DM. A lot of times they'll get back to you. Ask around for a good studio, find a good studio. And then from there, ask the studio advice about finding an agent, ask the studio advice about, where your next step is, because it obviously depends on the region, the agencies you're dealing with. And it's hard to get your foot in the door with an agency. You can try emailing, and pitch cold, elevator pitching yourself. It can be difficult. Like I said, I got lucky. I got a mentor that pitched me to agents, got my foot in the door. That doesn't happen to everybody. So just ask around, find a good studio, and then take your advice from the studio. Go from there. They'll point you in the right direction a lot of the times if their heart's in the right place.
Nice. People, make sure if you're trying to become an actor or actress, go look out for it. Go reach out to these studios, like they said, because you have to remember the strike is basically over. Everybody's getting back to work. If you're trying to join into that work, you know what to do. Make sure you go in. But I'm telling you right now, if you're a horrible actor, and I'm just putting it out there, if you're a horrible actor, don't reach out to the studios. Get some lessons, get some classes in. Yeah, I said it.
That's where you'll get the lessons, is the studios. So you have to go. They're going to tell you, okay, listen, you suck at this. When I started, even my mentor was like, okay, look, I think you got something, but try taking this or that and work on this or that. They give you the right notes. And so go to the studio, get lessons. And if you don't like lessons, then do one-on-ones. I like one-on-ones. You get an hour of a coach's time rather than watching 15 people fuck up a scene and then having your 15 minutes. There's that option too.
Well, that's true too. That's very
true.
Go
to the studio.
Mm-hmm. So what I was trying to let me clear myself up on that one.
Yeah, I'm wrapping your brain in circles.
No, you're fine. I'm used to this. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
When I say the studio, I didn't mean the acting studio. I'm talking about if you're trying to walk up on a movie set studio, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Go
If there's a
take
misconception
classes.
there, don't do that. Don't do
Right. That's what I'm
Yes.
trying to say. Go.
Do not walk onto Paramount and be like, how do I do this? Don't do that.
because
Bad idea.
Because Mika, you know, there's some people that will try to do that because they see everything is starting back up. They've seen them movies before in the past, how people try to sneak on studio sets. And
Is that a thing? No. If anybody's trying to do that, go home and rethink your life. Don't do that. Go to an acting studio. Google acting studios. It's like walking into a law office during a court meeting and being like, how do I do this? Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Mika told you, and I told you, don't do it. I don't care what you send in the movies, people sneaking on. Don't do it. You will get your butt kicked right out of that studio. Go learn, take some lessons. If you are a decent actor, hey, do your thing, put yourself out there. Make sure you do it. Now, Mika, I have one more question for you, and then
All right.
the last segment of the show. If you could pick any movie from the present and past that you have not started, movie or television show, that you could be in right now, if you had a time machine, what movie or television show would you go into?
My God, man. Wow. I mean, like maybe The Departed, or yeah, Departed's up there. This is cliche, but Good Will Hunting, maybe Training Day with Denzel. Man, one of those for sure.
Wow. And I'm gonna tell you why I asked that question, because you never know. Like I said, the jobs are open back up, the industry is open back up. There may be part 2s, part 3s coming out. You don't know. So I'm putting it out there for you. If you make a part 2 of Training Day,
Departed part 2, everybody's dead. He'll come back somehow.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Denzel could have left. He could have left a note in that car.
Let's reboot. Hey, we'll do a reboot. Just a reboot. We'll just redo it all over again.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Get Mika in there. I'm telling you, this guy is a valuable actor. Make sure you keep up with him, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you follow him on social media. Keep up with Whistle. Keep up with Thanksgiving. Keep up with Guns N' Roses. If I name everything this man has done, guess what? The show will be over right now. So I'm not going to keep naming everything. So, Mika, last segment of the show. It's called Take the Floor. You have up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want. No questions asked. Mika Amonsen, take the floor.
Take the floor. I mean, what you said, man, you ended it off perfectly. Go see Whistle when it comes out. Stay in touch with Thanksgiving. Go like a Thanksgiving page. Follow Eli Roth. Follow Addison. Follow the rest of the cast. And then keep your eyes peeled for Whistle. I know we're going to have it streaming on something. Not sure when, but keep your eye open for that because it's going to be good. Yeah.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, like I told you, follow them on social media. Check out Thanksgiving. Make sure you get ready for Thanksgiving part 2. Go to YouTube. Look up this Axl Rose he did. I called it a gimmick, and I mean a parody, and I should have done that because it's not a parody. It really isn't. This man put his skill out.
It's an experiment.
And he did it. You call it an experiment. I call it a future biography. So you call it what you want. I'm calling it that. It's coming. So make sure you follow him. Make sure you keep up everything he does. Now, Mika, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I would love to have you back on in the future.
All right, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good time.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next episode of The Big Scoop with Coop, my next guest is, I don't never announce my next guest. You better follow me on social media at The Big Scoop with Coop to find out who's coming on soon. All right, people, until the next time on The Big Scoop with Coop. Peace.